Hey everybody, clearing. All right, all I was hearing was it's a vibe. So let's see what, with the Spine of Fire reading, what the vibe is on all the chakra levels for these dynamics, these counterparts that are preparing for sacred union in the collective that joins me here. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest. Most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the counterparts? I was going to do masculines on the left, but I'm getting feminines on the left, masculines on the right, connection on all the chakra levels in the middle. And let's see what we get. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck with movement forward. So I'm actually seeing a confirmation that this is supposed to be the divine feminine side. Awesome possum. What can we see for how the feminines are viewing their own side of the energy, their sovereign interpretation of the energy and experiences, and how they're seeing that connection with their masculine? And how are the DMs viewing their sovereign energy, and how does that relate to their feminine? Okay, here we go. And just a reminder that I do have a special rate on at this time, and just moments ago my guide said run it into August for at least a week. So I'm going to also open up slots in August at the same pricing, but it's $77 for an hour instead of $111, so you're going to want to grab that. All right, here we go. Crown chakra, what are we getting? We're getting moon, darkness. It came out in the inverse like this. So there are secrets that are going to be coming to light. There are deep subconscious things that are being revealed by the divine for the counterparts at this time. Deep empathy, deep understanding. Love is omnipotent, omnipresent. And I want to say some very unusual sightings of love, love energy, love intention in the cosmos on all levels and dimensions of existence is going to start to be revealed as we come into the ascended interpretation of reality. I have had that happen over this last full moon, to be honest. I'm not going to get into what occurred, but let me tell you, it was not in a place that I was expecting to find the truth at that level. And we get deja vu. Seeing myself in you, I just heard. So there are twins here, identical twins on this card. And so there are going to be deep, deep revelations about how we are like our counterpart. This isn't even mirrored. This is, they have the same outfit. It's not even a mirrored outfit. It is identical. So it's going to feel like, why didn't I see this before kind of energy. How is this showing up for the feminines? It's about lamenting the past. It's about the things that were misinterpreted that you maybe are still hanging on to, that are lingering with a misconception, with a lower vibrational frequency, with some kind of sadness. I just heard Summertime Sadness, the song. There's something that's playing out right now that you do not need to interpret the way that you are, that's going to come to light, and it's going to be spun into more love. How does that apply to your masculine? There's going to be a paradigm shift about what you think they've been up to, about what you think the status of your connection implies. It's going to be different than what you currently think it is. So pray, intend to be shown this. How are the masculines interpreting this? Wow, the moon. I'm really getting from this that it's actually at this time, it's the feminine's turn to see some epiphany that changes, game changer, I just heard. How does this apply to the masculine or to the feminine? Wow, like really, there are two cards of absolute secrecy and not knowing this energy. So I think the masculines are not meant to know what these revelations are for the feminines at this time. It's a deeply sovereign personal experience for the feminines. That doesn't mean that we won't compare notes going forward, but right now it feels like There is a feminine here and a flock of various birds. It feels like the masculines know that the feminines are going through some kind of an up-leveling, some kind of a new experience where things are just coming to them. It's almost like I can see the masculines seeing the feminine energetically as standing strong in their high priestess energy or sitting and having all manner of things revealed to them. I'm seeing it like super magnetic being brought towards the feminines. So the masculines know that you're becoming a superconductor, a magnetic force of nature, supernatural. And they are being guided and gifted with crown chakra awareness that this is you fulfilling your destiny, your purpose, by becoming this version of yourself that does not need to chase, not them, not truth, not information, not awareness. It comes to you, feminines. Be still and know. And they're seeing you. You know, this feminine has an angel wings. They're seeing you as angelic. They're seeing you as a starseed. They're seeing you as superhuman. They're seeing you as not normal in the best possible way. This is incredible. What can we see on the third eye for the collective? Lake, depth, and ecstasy. Oh, you have no comprehension of how much ecstatic depth is about to be unlocked in these dynamics as the feminines come into this super conductivity, super magnetic energy. This is drawing in profound ecstasy. Because you are focused on receiving right now in a incredibly magnetic way, you are unlocking something in these dynamics to the likes of which neither have you have ever seen. I can't even say it. It's so powerful feeling. What is this for the feminines? Okay, ooh, when you least suspect it. This is rock bottom. Like, this is the abandonment wound. This is you being unawares of what's about to come in. So you might feel like you are not in a union motion. You might feel like you have no idea how that's going to play out. But right now, if you are just sitting there absorbing truth instead of fallacy in your life and scanning the things that don't feel good to you and being shown the light, then you are right at the end of this delusion, the lack of truth, the lack of clarity, and it's about to clear up for you. Because once you learn to receive information in this way, nothing is hidden from you ever again. Ever again. You will be in the profound perpetual knowing field. You'll be walking in the ascended timeline. And you will not be insecure, abandoned, forsaken, disconnected from source ever again. You are establishing this foundation of connection to source, first person feminines, and you will never be apart from the glory of love again, the ecstasy. You're calling in the depth of the ecstatic experience of being divine in human form. How does this relate to your masculine? This is your truth anchoring. It's not about a show from your masculine. It's not about something being offered externally so that you believe. This is about you aligning with that so it comes to you. How are the masculines experiencing this? All of their last remaining anxieties are coming out. Like, they are taking a second seat to this process. We got the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So we saw in the mini read yesterday that the masculines were slaying their dragons. That's the same card. They are learning their uniqueness. They are understanding how special they are and how it's not a competition, and that where you don't compare or you can't compete where you don't compare. So right now, they're holding space by really looking at their worthiness. And because they're preoccupied with that, they know that you're this one step ahead or complementary energy that is drawing truth in. Their own inner feminine is also magnetically drawing the truth through the illusion of their insecurity. And I heard bolstering their core integrity because it's accurate. It's the real version of themselves being shown. So the feminine really is in this magnetic energy of having external clarity about the nature of the cosmos, and the masculines are having this deeply personal, intimate, internal feminine awakening of their own feminine energy within that's drawing the truth of who they are to the surface. These are making room for profound ecstasy, because feminines, you won't be walking in fear. As a master, you're going to be seeing the love in all things. And for these masculines, they are also going to be seeing the love in them. What can we see on the throat chakra? We get change and wind. So this is calling in profound change in these connections and communication that heralds this change, that anchors this change, that affirms this change. And we get discernment. So we're going to be mastering this communication because we're being equipped with this level of perception, this deepest level of subconscious, ecstatic interpretation of righteousness from both sides, of truth, of who the masculines really actually are and how the feminines truly actually see the cosmos. This is changing the way that we communicate with each other in these dynamics. It's adding more loving discernment to the filter. It's no longer a fear filter. 1111, wish it, claim it. It is a discerning filter. How is this playing out with the feminines? Prosperity and growth. So this is reciprocation. This is interaction that's balanced and movement forward. This is same page to move forward together in this ecstatic alignment. How are the masculines viewing this? 3 of Swords. Okay, so they are getting a little bit of a life review about the things they've fumbled in the past with karmic partners in these connections. They are having to really see the things for what they have been so that their discernment can do things differently and become made new to show up different in these connections. How does that relate with the feminine? Oh my goodness, it's the Divine Masculine King of Wands card. So this is the monogamous spiritual chieftain. This is the shaman. This is the one that can embody the spiritual truth, and their word is their word. Their yes is their yes, their no is their no, and they know who their match is. They know their worth, they know their alignment, they have profound discernment, and this is what they lacked in the past when they were not able to come forward in these connections or in karmic connections where they weren't showing up in this mastery previously. So this is preparing them to be the all-in masculine and to communicate from that changed perception so that you will know it, feminines. You're drawing even this highest version of your masculine towards you because you have set your dial to truth in your life. What can we see on the heart space? Comfort, hearth. Now there is a baby and a dog on this card, so you're also possibly calling in those little miracles. And we're getting nirvana. So yes, you're calling in it all. So it's not just, truth about the way things are in the world. It's not just your masculine, it's the blessing. It's these layers of exquisite blessing that's coming in on the heart space. I'm hearing, believe. Don't tell yourself that the things that are written on your heart aren't possible in this lifetime. They're there for a reason. Allow the miracles to be called in. Allow yourself to believe that you are worthy of this and that what's written on your heart is God's instructions for your life. Claim that. Say that in the description or in the comments below. I claim the things written on my heart as obedience to the divine. Claim that wholeheartedly. Call in that nirvana for your life. Do not undermine yourself and gaslight yourself that you don't deserve it, it won't happen, you're not worthy of it, it's not going to be possible. Tell yourself it wouldn't be there. God does not plant a seed that God does not perfect. That is not a trick. That is not what love does. Love doesn't deceive. Love doesn't trick. You can write that in the comments below as well. How are the feminines experiencing this? The High Priestess, you're calling in the knowing, the clarity, the wisdom. This is the be still and know card. Again, all these things in the inverse means it's highly personal. This is not something you're meant to be doing, interceding, or doing on behalf of your counterpart directly. This is what you do for self, you do for other. This is first person, accurate clarity. How does this pertain to your counterpart? we have the Five of Cups again. So we did get that on the crown chakra, where there are instances in your past that you are misconceiving and that you're meant to be looking at specifically when it comes to your masculine. So when we're in fear, we project that there is a compromise or a hindrance, or we settle for an interpretation that's not accurate. I'm hearing repent for that. Look at the times that you have said those things, those fallacies, and tried to convince yourself this love, divine love, is not for you out of fear. Take that back. Search your soul for that. Search your heart for those times you've told yourself you're not worthy of that, and grieve those things. Grieve the woundedness that caused you to be in that fear, and uproot those weeds in your soul. Make room for blessing. Tell yourself you deserve love. Tell yourself this is not by chance. Tell yourself you are righteous, you are aligned, you're on path for all of these blessings coming in. What are the masculines? Wheel of Fortune, they're calling in divine timing. So I'm hearing there's something that they know is coming. They know it's coming. They feel it. They feel all this stuff becoming time, becoming ready. How does this relate to the feminines? Yes, they're open, the Three of Wands. So they are eagerly awaiting the approach, the timing, the reckoning, the reconciliation, the reunion, the conversation, the meetup, the beginning of being able to collaborate on heaven on earth, calling in these blessings in the unique way that it will be so for your connection. They're awaiting, petitioning divine timing for that. What can we see on the solar plexus? Fluidity, outer core, and breath. So deep breaths I'm hearing in flow. Don't let anything rock ya, I just heard. So definitely allow for this energy to come in. Don't hold your breath. Catch yourself out when you're holding your breath. The solar plexus is at the diaphragm, as many of you know. And when that's constricted, we're not fully living. We are in a holding pattern. So practice conscious breath, empowered breath, go with the flow, allow things to be what they are, but see them, divine feminines, in the highest light, and masculines, you are the impeccable ones that look at the timing and take action and communication when it is time. So don't hold your breath. You'll know it when you know it, but prepare, it's coming. How are the feminines? Staying present. So staying ready, staying put, staying in the knowing. How does that relate to the masculines? Trusting the love wholeheartedly. We've got this perfect flow of emotion. We've got this twinning, and we've got this process, the journey, represented with profound humility and ascended consciousness. So stay in the knowing, feminines. Stay in that frequency of trust. How are the masculines experiencing this energy? Four of Wands, there's the union. Wow, it followed right after the Three of Wands. Very next card. So that is a very clear, masculines, you're coming into the divine masculine King of Wands, and then we get the Three of Wands, the anticipation, and then we get the union coming in. So take deep breaths, masculines. And this is beautiful because this is like coming out of the ocean, coming from the depths. This is retrieving the emotional awareness, walking straight towards this love, towards this union. We got the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups on this level of empowerment for the counterparts. How does this relate to the feminines? This is the accountability and the free will. This is literally the energy of you reclaiming your perceptions for the light, you reclaiming your free will to activate the things that your heart authentically wants to say and do in these connections. This is you doing the right thing. This is you standing up for truth. This is you being transparent and authentic, masculines, because union is what you want and union is what is available to you. So this is you living that embodiment here, empowered, not fearing it's not available to you, that you're not worthy of it. What can we see for the sacral chakra? Growth and resolution. Wow, okay. Growth, this says plants. I'm hearing eat fresh vegetables right now, eat green things. But this resolution, trust that this will come to a resolution. The sexual energies, the spiritual energies, our sacral chakra is the sexual spiritual spectrum. It's our creative chakra, it's our channeling chakra. It is one of our most divinely human experiences. It is the free spirit chakra. It is the unleashing of divine provenance into the world. When we align the sacral chakra, we're no longer deluded by objectification, our animal instincts, our fear, our ego. We are in that purified divine representation. We become embodied instruments of the divine, and everything that we create and celebrate, it's a joy chakra. And so this is truly the resolution of the fear, of the anxiety, so growth can occur in these connections, so we can make love. So when we make love, when we are intimate, sexually intimate with each other, that we no longer have those lower vibrational energies in the mix, and we can have authentic, unadulterated growth going forward. We can actually generate what we are meant to generate as far as love into the world, because we are not bringing each other's wounding in. We're not, sharing attachments and lower vibrational wounds. We are actually catapulting the synergy with each other when two healed masters come together on the sacral level and consummate. What can we see for the feminines here? Calling in the love. It's like holding true here, calling in the love, staying present, staying in that frequency, calling it in on the sexual level as well, not settling for any intimate experience that's not pure, that's not righteous. And this 8, doing the inner work to continue to know what you're being shown is righteousness. Again, that can be counterintuitive. Some of the things that others would say, that's not righteous, your heart knows differently. You will get karma if you don't do what your heart tells you to do sometimes. Conversely, if others are saying, go for it, but your heart doesn't feel right about it, that means it's not aligned. And you will get karma if you do it through peer pressure. So this really is, only you know what at any given time actually sits well with your soul or not, and what will be a foundation for growth. If you leap before it's appropriate and you get ahead of yourself, it is not conducive to growth. Or if you hold back out of fear, it's not conducive to growth. What can we see for the masculines here? The 4 of Swords. So this is allowing things to sink in. Pinch me, I'm dreaming, I just heard. So yes, masculines, the time is near for you to actually begin to create growth together and in flow with your partner. So you have nearly resolved all of the blockages, all of the hindrance to this growth that is available here. So continue to call in the awareness, your own awareness of your worthiness, of your divinity, of your righteousness. Become good enough by being good, by being aligned, by continuing to see how you can trust that knowing of your heart space to be accurate, because you know yourself. Because you are masterful that way. Know thyself. I've said that in almost every personal reading today. Know thyself. And when you know you are righteous, when you know you are aligned, that's when you have no imposter syndrome. And things can resolve, and you can truly be uninterrupted in the growth together here. And you can truly make love. Well, how does this relate to your counterpart? It's going to be a grand surprise how that really unfolds when there's no more of that lower vibrational hindrance. You have no idea. It's going to knock your socks off. It's going to knock you to the moon. It's going to be so different than any connection you've ever had before. Beyond your wildest dreams at how good it's going to be when 2 actual righteous people come together in love. Just you wait. Just you wait. So let it sink in. It's not too good to be true, but you have not seen anything yet. What is on the root chakra? Passion, the soul. So we are grounding the soul into physical form. We are spiritualizing the matter. We are anchoring in our divinity into our physical. No strongholds left. It's becoming real. And synthesis, we're synthesizing our soul into our physical. You could say we are ascending physically into spirit, but we are also calling in our ascended consciousness, our divinity, into our temple embodiments. You guys, we're doing this. This is happening. And it's through every thought. It's through every choice. It's through every awareness. It's through every radiance. It's through every message in this reading. What can we see for how this is affecting the feminines? Calling in divinity. There's the high priest. It's calling it in. This is the key. Willfully opening to that higher perspective, saying, God, show me your truth in this matter. Dispel the fear. Dispel the darkness, the uncertainty, the lack of confidence, the unknowing, the concern. Dispel my fears. Show me the keys. Show me what I need to see to reclaim love. In every moment, do it, feminines. Continue it. And the tower. No moment is the same as the moment before, because every moment that you call in more love becomes more love. Infinitely. Infinitely. What can we see for the masculines? Synthesizing passion and the soul into physical form. Celebration. Joy and celebration. This is the party card. This is the celebration. This can be a wedding card. This can be, we've made it. Hurrah, we're here. And how does that relate to your feminine? That's the 10 of Earth. This is interesting. This person looks like a musical artist that I just saw posted. This is the long-term success. This is what is available when we anchor the soul into the physical form, and not before that, and nothing less. Don't settle. Okay, you are all so beautiful. This energy is exquisite. I love you all so much, and bye for now.